Hello. Hi, guys. It's always such a weird start to the live. Oh, there's already 99 people. Hi. A lot of Smallville fans, I'm assuming. How you guys doing? So as you might have seen, Kristin will be coming on soon. I told her I was jumping on a bit early, so she might join us. And hopefully I can figure this out because I've struggled before to have people join me. So yeah, I copied some questions from Twitter, but you can send questions on here for Kristin or myself, for both of us. I was told I could actually press on the question and it would come up on the screen. Hi. Hello, Miss Random 101. So once Kristin jumps on here, I'll try to invite her. Okay, not here yet. Let me just see okay, question. If I put this on airplane mode so no one calls me, will I lose you? Hello? It's okay, Frankie. There's a dog barking. So if I put this on airplane mode, will this affect the live stream? Hi. Anyone have an answer? Probably. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. Hopefully nobody calls me. Okay. Let's see. There she is. Hopefully that worked, Kristin. I sent you a... Oh, it's connected. Hi!
There's a doggy back there.
Yes. Frankie, say hi.
Hello.
Are your kitties there?
They're somewhere in the house. I closed the door so they don't.
How are you doing?
Good. I mean, considering you.
Yeah. Considering.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It's such a transit. I mean, as actors, we often have a lot of free time, so I guess it's not that different, but we do have the ability to have other activities, and now we don't. Like, what's been the biggest struggle for you? What are you missing?
I don't know. I guess for me, it's living in a pandemic. I mean, it changes the way that I feel about the world. There's constant anxiety, and the news is terrifying, and my life itself hasn't changed that much. It's just the feeling of life has changed a lot.
Right, and feeling confined to a space.
Which I don't mind. Honestly, I'm
introvert
happy here.
Yeah, I know. You have a great place. It's really nice and cozy and beautiful.
It's cozy.
Yeah.
And I've got to finish my schoolwork, which is hard to do, but...
Where are you at with that? Because you've been working on a degree, right, for a while.
Yeah. Many years, Laura. No, it's going to take me a while to get it done. But I'm finishing a semester right now. They've extended a lot of deadlines and due dates because of COVID. So that makes it... it's nice to have that option for things. But yeah, I'll get there one day. I'll go to Kingston and graduate.
You will. You do everything that you put your mind to, you do. Like, I'm always so impressed by you and all the things that you achieve and the amount of reading that you do and the knowledge you absorb. I mean, we were texting, last week, and I was like, I need the books and suggestions because you read so much and I'm terrible at it. So I got 3 of the books you recommended.
Are they there?
No, it's going to take like
10 years.
10 years, which is fine because, I'll read them later.
Yes. Well, it's hard when you're like, my experience of you is that your mind is a bit racy. And so it's hard to focus. What?
I'm not crazy at all.
I didn't say that. I said racy.
But see, that's what my mind turned it into, Kristin. Yeah, that's true. And you're not at all like that, are you? You're very focused and you can stay grounded and you're not racy, really. Do you question a lot of things about yourself or what you're doing? Like, or you just...
Always. But I think I have a stop mechanism. So I don't spiral too much. And I think that's the difference between having anxiety, like diagnosable anxiety, and not. I think a lot about things, but I can just be like, okay, I'm done. I'm not going to keep going down this tunnel. I'm going to distract myself, move my mind in another way. This isn't helpful, or it's not going to, make me do the thing I'm doing right now. So
Yeah,
I'll stop.
that's good. Maybe you could teach me how to do that.
Okay, I'll try.
Over, I guess, this live. We'll just do it now. No.
Yeah.
So is this your first live?
Yes.
Or, well, I'm honored. It's very bizarre.
Only you. Yeah. No, it's definitely strange, but it's fine. There's people talking to us and everything.
So, guys, if you're watching, send questions in the question box. And then a little later on, I'm going to go in there and select a few, and then it'll apparently pop up, and we can both read those. But let's talk.
Okay.
I mean, okay, so obviously we worked together on Smallville.
Yes.
We barely ever worked together on Smallville.
Yes.
Let alone saw each other.
No, we had, I think, one scene together.
Yeah.
And that was about it.
I hated that scene, not because of you, but because of what I had to.
I know. It was frustrating.
Yeah, it's frustrating I mean, we can get into the female perspective on a lot of this stuff, which I'm sure we will at some point.
Yeah.
But you started acting when you were young, like a child.
No, I was 17.
Well,
I mean, that's a child.
Yeah.
But I was in 12th grade when I started acting professionally.
Mm-hmm.
You were younger than that. You were a bit, weren't you?
I was, there's a dog barking. I was 13.
Yeah, that's
but I mean, we were both very young in the teens, trying to break into an industry or at least trying to do something that we love. Did you have a lot of obstacles that you came up against? Because we all know now that you're an executive producer on Burden, which we'll get into and is awesome.
Yeah.
But what were some of the things, like, did you know right away you wanted to do this, or was this something you were just sort of trying out?
I loved acting as a kid, like I was the one who got people together and put on performances, either it was plays or dance shows, or basically find the younger children and force them into some sort of a performance. And yeah, that was my thing, and I loved doing that. But I loved acting in high school, and I took every class. I'm a terrible singer, but my parents put me in everything. I had like singing class, dancing class, musical theater, blah, 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 blah. And so I loved it, but it never was a career option. And if I was very lucky, and if I hadn't got a job right away, I don't know that I would have pursued acting as a career. Yeah.
And what was that first job?
A show on the CBC called Edgemont.
I'm familiar because I watched it.
Did you?
I did. I don't think I ever told you that.
No.
But I did.
You must be like that. You're right in that age group, I guess. That makes sense. Yeah. Like a little younger than me.
Yeah. It was a Canadian project as well. I loved it.
Yeah.
And so were you doing towards the end of Edgemont? Is that when you started on Smallville? So you were doing both.
I did both. So I worked on Edgemont. For some reason, Warner Brothers and Smallville agreed to be second to Edgemont,
which is
crazy, unheard of. Yeah. And so we finagled it with Edgemont, and I would work weekends on Edgemont, and I would work during the week on Smallville. So I'd go back and forth and do both of those things.
You were how old at that point?
7. I started Smallville when I was I got it when I was 18, I think, and so I started when I was 19. So 2001, right after I graduated.
I mean, off the bat, that's success right away. And like you said, you hadn't had that, you wouldn't have continued, which sort of fate aligns. People wanted to see you in this industry and to see what you could do, which is, and even now, so producing and all of the stuff you're doing, like. So I've been starting to get into that. We talked about this at conventions and panels. How did you transition into the producing side of this industry, and what was it that made you decide to do that? Was it brought to you, or did you pursue it?
I decided a while ago that I wanted to transition out of being in front of the camera. And God, that was a lot of years ago at this point. And I didn't quite know how to do it. I started a production company. We made a short film. I mean, that was so long ago now. We funded it ourselves. We did everything ourselves. And then, and I kept pursuing that, you know, came out and pitched shows and blah, blah, blah. And nothing really came of it. And I ended up being offered Beauty and the Beast. And I ended up taking it, which moved me to Toronto. And I thought it would be possibly a good opportunity to start building into producing. And so I tried to be super involved in that show, which was the opposite of Smallville, which I think was probably your experience too. We got our scripts, we set our lines, we went home, and that's all that we did. And so I didn't want it to be like that. And so I worked with the showrunners and talked to them and sent notes for the first time in my career.
And you weren't a producer at that point.
I wasn't. I became a producer on season, was it the last season? I can't remember. Someone will know better.
2016. That's what it says online. And you believe everything you read online, right?
Yeah, definitely. Believe everything you read online. But yeah, so that was that. And then after that show ended, I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm not auditioning. I'm not doing anything. And I met with E1, which you've worked with E1. I've worked with E1. For those of you who don't know E1, they're like a distribution and production house in Canada, probably our biggest. They function like a studio. They can put money in so that you
E1 did Bitten.
Exactly. And also E1 did Saving Hope, I think, too.
Yes.
Erica's show. Yeah. So I met with E1. They sent me a bunch of projects and I went through them and I picked one that I thought was interesting. And then I met with the creator, Brad Simpson, and also Lynn Cody, who's a fantastic Canadian writer. And I liked them. And so we just pitched to the remaining. So for everyone who's listening, in Canada, we have really 4 doors to pitch shows to. That's it. Compared to like what, 70 something in the United States?
Yeah.
So they had already pitched to one person. So we pitched together for the 3 more doors, and the CBC ended up taking it on, which was huge and amazing.
That's a long answer. First of all, that's great, because having the opportunity to have a plethora of options in front of you like you did through E1 and being able to choose the project that you believed in. I mean, that's always been my goal. I think that's a lot of actresses' goals, because as women, we crave more to be more involved in I mean, every actor, I don't want to just say women. Yeah. But based on the experiences we might have had on Smallville, I think even more so after the fact, we were like, I want to control the content I'm putting out there.
Exactly, yes.
And how I'm coming across. It's just a shift.
I just can't crazy
over it.
Yeah, I think, well, for you too, you've been doing that a lot through a more indie route, which is tough, man. And I commend you for pursuing it so intensely.
I actually want to talk to you about something when we go offline.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So anyway, I adore you. I think you're amazing. You motivate me. Even on our panels, listening to you talking about taking control of your career and the path you choose to take, I think that has sparked a lot in me as well. And I want to continue doing that, especially after my last short film that I produced. So you're awesome. Anyways, so we basically cover all the stuff. I wanted to ask you, what was your most embarrassing story from the industry that you're willing to share?
Embarrassing story.
Like something someone, whatever.
I don't
touching your hair, so I keep touching mine.
I know. I don't know. It's the thing I do. If I'm on set, I try not to do it, but otherwise I do it. I like braid it, tie it up, untie it.
I didn't wash mine for you. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I went for a run, so I washed my hair.
Okay. Well,
embarrassing story. I feel like I'm always embarrassed, but I can never think of an embarrassing story.
How are you always embarrassed?
Because I do stupid things and I feel embarrassed a lot.
I mean, I do. I understand that. I don't understand that knowing you, but you never had like an audition or a situation on set or even outside of this industry that you laugh at now, but in the moment was like, it's okay to have nothing.
Okay, I can't think of something at this precise moment. Okay. But if I do, I will tell you. Maybe I block them all out. Laura.
I mean, it's
maybe
very processed.
In a section in my brain.
I'll dig into that another time.
Okay.
So we got a bunch of Twitter questions when I asked people. There's about 1,400 people on here right now.
Oh, wow. Great. Hi,
guys. So do you want to do some of the Twitter questions that I've written down? We also have a fun speed round thing that I've been doing. We had Michael.
Yeah, whatever you feel like doing first. Wait, let's do the Twitter questions first.
Okay, so Twitter questions. Brienne1017 asked if you were asked, would either of you guest star on the new Lois and Clark show?
I mean, it depends on what the role is always.
Yeah, it's always
weird. Isn't Smallville one of their what are they? Alternate time. What are they called? People's alternate timelines? I don't know. Someone knows. But how could we be on it if we're from a different timeline?
You know, I don't understand any of the stuff, that world. I mean, even the Crisis of Infinite Earths thing. I mean, yeah. I had trouble understanding that as well.
But it seems like our Lois and Clark are in one of those universes. So if you or I showed up, wouldn't that be strange?
The world would implode.
I think so.
So we'll just say we don't think that's possible.
Okay. Good answer.
Yes. Danny_Boudreau. Which of the characters that you have played is most like you in real life? Most like your real life personality?
Probably Joanna for me. I'm not as intense as she is at all. I'm a lot more laid back, and I'm really not very ambitious. I would much rather just read books at home. I'm not. You are much more ambitious than I. But yeah, you.
Should I answer that as well?
Yeah, I think
it was just for you.
Just for me. I feel like it's for both of us.
We won't just grill on you. I'll throw myself into the fire too. Character, I would say Elena.
Yeah.
I won't expand on that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Many people. So I had like 50 Twitter questions, all asking the same thing: are you and I ever going to work together again?
Who knows? We both live in Toronto.
Yes.
We both are Canadian. It's a small industry here.
Yes.
It's highly likely that we will work together again.
I feel like the next time we work together might be on the producing level.
Yes. I actually have something for you too, now that we're talking about it.
Okay. All right. We'll text after.
Okay.
Sonia, Supergirl, _365. What has been both of your favorite things to do to stay busy during quarantine? You're reading.
Yeah, it is. You?
Not reading.
You have like these children running around like crazy that you're taking care of. So that takes up some time.
Yeah, my niece and nephew. I don't have children.
Yeah, I don't need like that. I'm sorry.
No, just to clarify, totally single. Yeah, so I've been watching my niece and nephew throughout the week, and that's been new for me. That's a lot of, and I'm not using a lot of mental capacity doing this, which I find is really affecting me. Okay. But it's a lot of just keep them going, keep them busy, do their schoolwork, which my brother-in-law has taken over now, which thank God.
That's good.
But other than that, just like you went for a run. I'm trying to just work out when I can. I started writing a new film, a short film.
That's very
that I would like to maybe direct. We'll see. That terrifies me.
No, you should do it.
Okay, this is from obviously a fan of yours, Truth Burden.
Okay.
Has anything taken you by surprise while working on Burden? What's been the most rewarding part of working on the series?
Taken me by surprise. I think the closeness of the team from the writing side to the acting to the crew, it just feels like a really, really tight and kind of intimate group, which is really nice. And I actually haven't experienced that before. And I don't know, the ability that we've had to go there with the show, being on the CBC, they're really supportive of just taking issues and looking at them and going deep with stuff.
Not shying from it.
Yeah. So that's been really great. And I've also really fallen in love with the character. I just love her. And that's been surprising also. I haven't quite had that experience either.
What was surprising about that? I mean, you knew ahead of time you were an EP on it.
Yeah.
You knew the character going in. Did the falling in love with her happen after a certain amount of seasons? Like, what was that moment of?
She's just changed so much. Like, working in serialized TV is so fun because you can take a character and they can evolve. And normally with TV that I've done anyway, the characters generally stay mostly the same and they are put into circumstances and you see them behave differently, but they're the same people from beginning to end. And this show, she's really evolved. The craziest things have happened to her, and I've been able to see and kind of choose how she'll react and evolve through those things. And, and it feels like a more intimate process of getting to know somebody than the, you know, just running around being a cop or something.
Right. Okay. That's great. I don't think I haven't had that experience yet, I don't think. So look forward to maybe having that one day. Yeah. Okay. Mary G_Y. There's two more. What character path would you girls have chosen if acting hadn't worked out?
Career path? Laura, you go first.
I went to York University for psychology. I think I would have been somewhere in that field, if not that, writing. But I've always been interested in human nature, and which is why that one book you had told me about, Gene.
The Gene?
The Gene. This is like an ad right here. That's the one that really I was really excited about. So yeah, that one.
Have you read? You must have read *Sapiens*.
No.
You'd also love this guy.
That was a really scary response. Sorry, guys. Okay.
Bye. Yeah, really great. Yuval Noah Harari.
Okay. Well, I'll get you to send that.
This one's really good. Anyway, yeah, similar to you. I was planning to go into psychology.
Oh.
Yeah, I was interested in criminal psychology, which I don't know what I was thinking, but I think a lot of it was about trying to understand how people think. Right. That I don't understand, and that's why I loved acting. I mean, it's very similar to you.
Yeah. Where I didn't realize that. Yeah, because one of the things that I love about what I'd studied is when I take on a character, I can try to figure out the reasoning behind. Like if I'm playing a serial killer, I can look back at the things that, you know. So it makes sense that a lot of actors probably were interested in psychology and still are. And do you watch any of those crime shows because you're interested in, like, the documentaries?
Some of them. I don't know. What did I watch? There was one recently that I...
Please don't say Tiger King.
No.
I'm so sick of that one.
So sad.
I know.
How they treat the animals and the places people get to. I just...
Although the characters were interesting character studies.
Yes, but they're real humans.
Yes.
Yeah, when I was like in 12th grade, I liked CSI.
Okay.
Which is not an accurate representation of that kind of work, but I was young and it was fun and illustrated something. But I'll read a lot. There's a class that Queen's does, a psych class that is an abnormal psychology class that I take at some point, which will be really interesting.
You haven't taken it? You
Not yet, no. It's all timing, right? I've got to figure out when I can take certain classes.
God, I need to be more like you. Okay.
You don't.
Gary Robson 76.
Okay.
Where would you both like to be in 5 years? And would you both like to become a director at any point?
Laura wants to direct, but she's scared.
Yes. Like two little 6-year-old girls, and you're putting me on the spot. Yeah, it scares me, which we talked about, which is why I should probably try.
Yeah, you should. And if you've got a good team of people around you, I think that's a big part of it, is having a great team, someone who can help you prep. But if you've got a great DP and...
Yeah, I know what DP I would use, and I know Jessica Patel, who directed my short. I have her kind of hold my hand throughout the prep process.
And you love photography. You have a good sense of like framing. I mean, I think you would love it. I don't want to direct.
And that's okay.
Yeah. But 5 years, it's funny. I feel like I haven't done a lot of goal work in a while, but I'd like to be producing. I really would. That'd be great to be developing and making. I'd like to be doing that. I think at this point I am, but I'm still learning. I want to be at a point in the next 5 years where I could do it on my own.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I think that there's a lot of pressure on women in film and television to feel like they are supposed to produce and direct. If they are actresses at this point, it's like a triple threat scenario where it's almost like overcompensating. Like, well, I need to do all of these things. That's a part of what being in this industry is. That's expected of me. I mean, when I was on Bitten, it didn't even cross my mind to direct because I didn't see female directors in front of me. And now I wish I had, because I had that crew around me that would have been there to support me while I directed.
That would have been a great time to do it.
Yeah, so I'm kicking myself about that. So that's the end of the Twitter questions. Do you want to try to jump into this thing that I haven't done before? Let's see. It's supposed to come up. I'm going to try to proofread them so there's no weird ones.
Okay, good. We don't want weird questions.
Oh, this one's just a funny one. Can you see that?
No, I can't see anything. Where am I supposed to look?
Oh, I don't understand why it didn't show up. Okay, it says, what's your go-to order at Tim Hortons?
I am from Vancouver. We aren't a Timmy's place.
Yes.
Frankly. You?
Everything bagel, urban garlic cream cheese.
Ooh, yummy.
Hi, Jill. Can you wait? Which Jill?
Jill Carter.
Hi, Jill Carter.
Speaking of female directors.
Yes. Sorry, I'm trying to like proofread these because obviously people get weird.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Here's a Vancouver one for you.
Okay.
You can't see these? I
don't know where I'm supposed to look somewhere?
No, it's like behind the camera. No, it's supposed to pop up on your screen. Okay. What were your favorite restaurants to eat at in Vancouver?
Vidges. They have this really yummy jackfruit dish that I love. Mm-hmm. Back when I ate meat, they have yummy meat dishes. Where else did I love to eat? Tojo's I used to really like going to.
Oh, I think I went to Tojo's. I'm
sure you did. Why is my brain not thinking of Vancouver restaurants? Because I don't live there anymore.
That's okay. It's just really frustrating me that I can't figure out how to show you these questions. There's one question I won't be sharing. Are you about to go to...
Be less gross.
Yes, please. Are you you're going to Paris soon?
Depends.
Okay, yeah, everything's...
November's when they have it scheduled. Theoretically, November will be better for us, but it sounds like this is going to be going on for a while for everybody. So I don't know what travel's going to be like come fall.
Yeah, most of the conventions we've lined up are on standby. Okay, here's one. What advice do you have for someone trying to get into the industry in Canada in their 30s?
Well, my first advice is always train, which is something I never did, but get some training. And then I don't know. It's hard. It's hard when you didn't go through the process. I don't know how you get auditions when I don't. Do you know, Laura?
Nope.
Sorry.
I mean, same. I didn't go to school for acting. I took courses on my own or classes. But I mean, I started out doing background work here in Toronto. I would say that's a great way to learn the set environment and how it works. So you start off doing background work and study and, get a background agent, and then you just stick with it. It's a tough business.
Probably audition for theater and just start doing everything you can.
Right.
It is a hard business.
It is. Okay, I'm supposed to be able to show these to you.
I'm doing something wrong.
No, someone just told me how to do this, and clearly. What is the character show movie that you... Okay. What is a character from a show or movie book that you would want to portray on screen? This is from Super 7 Red.
Okay. Do you have one in mind right away?
Oh, hold on. Tanner, tap the question. I am. Like the question box or the ones that
do I have to tap the question?
No.
No, I don't touch anything?
What are you doing?
There's like the little sendy thing, but I'm not supposed to send it.
Yeah, no, there's like a question box here, and
I see the scroll of people and the hearty hearts on the side.
Yes, but I'm supposed to be able to double tap something.
There's no question. Someone told me to put the question box, like with a question, but I don't see a question anywhere.
Oh, you have to tap the question.
Yeah, I have to tap the question, but I don't know where the question is.
You don't see a little question box beside the little mail thing?
A person with little things on their head.
Yeah, and then to the left of that, you see the letter.
Yeah, I see the paper plane.
Yeah,
but there's no question.
Huh.
I see a comment box.
It says Kristin. Okay.
Is it this box? No, that's not the box.
I love that every time I do a live with someone, this is what ends up happening.
Really?
Yeah.
Right side question mark. Okay, but guys, I can't see a right side question mark. Does it scroll? I don't know. You'll have to just ask the questions.
Yes, okay.
Sorry, I'm not good at this.
Sorry. Okay, so someone said, is there any advice for people struggling right now? I'm assuming they're talking in terms of quarantining and self-isolation.
Well, it's a really hard time, and I feel very privileged in that I have a home to live in, and I have a job that, although doesn't exist currently, is in an industry that will probably pick up pretty quickly once we're back. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to.
I know, you can't.
It all feels so trite. I think the thing is, it all feels trite, and I feel like there needs to be practical things for people. And luckily, in Canada and in the U.S., from what I can tell, there's a lot of support available, financially and otherwise. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Yeah. Part of it is knowing that this will end. I don't know what the end looks like, and I don't know what it looks like on the other side of that end.
Yeah, I think that's what people struggle with, is not having a firm light at the end of the tunnel. Mm-hmm. I think we all know that this is going to go on for quite a while.
Yeah.
And the government is just slowly pushing it so that they don't give us like a September date and we go into panic. But yeah. There's 99 questions.
Oh my God.
I won't do them all. I know I have to let you go soon. Best memory from your Smallville days?
Honestly, hanging out in the hair and makeup trailer with the ladies was always my favorite time. Like
Yeah.
sitting with back in the olden times with Natalie and then with Tina and just being there with people and hanging out. I think those were my favorite memories.
I really wish that back in the day I had a chance to know you better and
Yeah, me too.
not even just scenes, but like be in the hair and makeup at the same time. We would have never, you know, I was so nervous coming onto the show and to like meet you guys because I had obviously watched and I just wanted to fit in.
And it's funny
And
because
then I ended up
didn't
just
have like a culture. Like we didn't have like the cast wasn't a cohesive unit. Everyone just came to work and left, and that was kind of what it was like. There were a few friendships here and there, but like I didn't hang out with Tom. Tom came to work and went home. Like I was so busy. Like Michael went back to LA whenever he was done shooting. They just weren't people that, I mean, I developed friendships with people as afterward, like Erica and I became friends after. You and I have developed a relationship after. But yeah, it was like a funny thing because other casts seem to have a bit more of a,
yeah, I know what you mean.
It's weird.
Yeah, and I crave that. I mean, you have that now on Burden, but I think I expected that going into Smallville. And then, but I was also so nervous. I just hermited when, like, I wasn't at work in a new city. So, but it's been great getting to know you and Erica close.
Yeah.
You know, in our off time. Next question, but you can't see.
It's my own fault, probably. I should update my phone or something.
What's one of your all-time favorite movies?
I mean, mine is always The Princess Bride. It really is. I love it. It makes me laugh. I think it's hopeful and cynical enough for me to feel satisfied.
Okay, fair enough. Moving on. Any? Oh, are you listening to any podcasts? Are you a podcast girl?
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, I love Hidden Brain, which you would love too. Have you not listened to it?
No, Hidden Brain?
Yeah, it's really good.
But pen to write this down. Okay.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, kind of self-explanatory, but it's got lots of psychology, lots of science. It's really, really good. Okay. I like Invisibilia. I listen to the Daily, which is just the most depressing thing ever in the world. But I love it.
Okay, because I mostly listen to murder podcasts.
Does that make sense?
Don't know what that means about my.
No, that's people love that.
The last one I listened to was the Hart family story, and they just came out on Netflix with the documentary Thread of Deceit.
Oh, I don't know it.
Yeah, it's a sad story. I don't know why I'm talking about it. Let's move on. So what are you currently filming? Well, neither one of us are working currently because
this is what we're filming right now.
This is what we're filming. This is our new talk show.
Yes.
Okay, so I think I've got the majority of those questions done. I mean, not at all, but I've scrolled through them.
And there's nothing really new. Or
nothing new, a little repetitive. So we can move on to just chatting or do the speed round if you'd like.
Let's do the speed round. Even though I'm really bad at these, I will tell you ahead of time. I'm really bad at answering things quickly.
Okay. Well, you don't have to. I mean, some of these.
I'll say pass if I have to.
You do what you do, you, boo.
Okay.
You can expand on these. There's no time frame.
Okay.
Although I did tell you 30 minutes, and
it's been 30 minutes or so, yeah.
Okay. What color is your toothbrush?
I think they're. I've got those like.
That would have been a fast one, but
so
you
they're white. So it's got mine has a little blue plastic thing, so I know that it's mine.
A balloon?
blue.
Oh, blue.
I made it into 2 syllables instead of 1. You got confused.
A blue puppy.
Blue.
Okay. Yeah, you're not going to be a speed round girl. If a movie was made of your life, what genre would it be?
Comedy? No. I don't know. Yeah, comedy question mark.
Okay, that's fine. If you could go anywhere in the world right now, where would that be?
To a restaurant?
Anyone in particular? Any kind of food?
Ooh, there's a great one in my neighborhood.
You don't have to say it because
yes,
let's
but
pretend
it's Italian food, but it's like beautiful handmade pasta, and it's delicious.
You're very interpretive dancing when you explain things. What? I don't remember where we even were during a convention, but you and Erica and I and we all went out to dinner, and
yeah.
I had that drink.
Oh,
we all had it.
Well, it was the New Orleans drink.
Oh, that's right.
Was it a Sazerac?
Yes.
I think.
Yes, it was very warm and
yeah,
Christmassy.
Yes, it's an intense bevy. I haven't had one since then.
I have not either. I think some of us at the table had more than one.
Yes, indeed.
Hi, Erica. What is one thing that annoys you the most?
People not taking other people into consideration. Drives me batty.
You can expand on that if you'd like, or we can move on.
Let's move on.
Okay. I took you into consideration there and asked if you wanted to.
Thank you, Laura.
You're welcome. Do you have any weird quirks?
Probably. I touch my hair. She's cueing me. I do interpretive dance when I'm talking. I change words like baloo into multiple syllables, or I'll google them up so they sound weird.
Mm-hmm. But not on set, not when you're in character, just in your
just me
personal life.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm learning so much right now. So when you dance, when I dance, I look like.
When I dance, I look like. My first thought was like a bird. Not like do you have a certain type of bird in mind? Because some are graceful. Well, yeah. Birds are graceful, but also weird. So they do like graceful moves, and then they're like kind of jerky. I don't know. I don't know a specific bird I'm thinking of.
We'll just let people use their imagination based on like
the movement. Yeah.
Okay. What is the most interesting thing you have heard this week?
It's not a herd because I haven't really been, I've more been reading stuff, but at school, I had to do a bunch of research into the ape learning studies of the 70s and 80s. And it was fascinating to like read the debates between the two sides, the side that believes that, the apes in their research had learned language, and those who thought it was just mimicry or whatever, and they went back
or sign language.
Yes, not spoken language, sign language. But they went back and forth in this really intense way on in the New York Review of Books, and I thought that was really interesting.
Okay, that's better than having listened to the news and heard something horrible about our information. So I think you're doing it right. What scares you the most?
Practically what scares me the most is being in big groups of people or being the center of attention when there's lots of people around. Unless it's on set and then I feel comfortable. I kind of know my place there. Mm-hmm.
And you're also portraying someone else.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think if I know my role, I feel much more comfortable. But if I don't understand what like parties and stuff, I feel really uncomfortable because I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
You're a wallflower.
Yes.
Yes. So conventions, you and I think are in the same boat in that we try our best and it takes a lot of energy and we almost have to put on a different hat to be there and be present, and then you need a lot of alone time afterwards.
Exactly. Exactly.
What is the first thing you notice about the opposite sex?
Kindness.
That's nice. Moving on.
That's nice.
Where are we at? Okay. There's just, these are all off Google. So morning, noon, or night?
Morning.
Morning. Okay. Or whatever. Do you have a nickname?
My kid friends call me KK or Auntie KK, but I don't think I have any nicknames.
As a grown-up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't. People, I mean, I don't know what that says about me. Most people call me Kristin.
That doesn't say anything about you. That's totally fine.
Do you have a nickname?
No. I mean, Vandy, but that's just...
Yeah.
That's not really a nickname.
I guess not. It's like calling someone by their last name. That's very...
Yeah. Patrick Warburton I worked with on TED, and he just started calling me Vandykins. And I called it, his was Patty Warbucks. Like Patty Warbucks.
Yes.
So that's where that came from, if anyone cares.
I like it.
I'm sure they don't. Okay, so what we've got 3 more, and then you have 3.
Beam, 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 beam.
What motivates you?
What motivates me? Curiosity. Curiosity.
That's a good one. That's a good answer. Last thing you recall Googling?
I haven't Googled anything today yet. Honestly, this is going to be so boring for everyone. I've been really working on this silly ape language research, so it had to do with those studies on Google Scholar. There's Google Scholar. I didn't know about that until recently. So.
Okay, I don't know about that either. Okay, so you Googled something that you were studying.
Correct.
Okay. Last question, which I think is the most important one.
Oh, okay.
You might really have to think about this one. Actually, you probably don't need to think about it. I think you know the answer.
Okay.
Supergirl or Superman?
Supergirl.
Yeah. I didn't direct you down that.
Not at all. No.
Okay, so I don't want to take up any more of your time. But do you want to talk about anything else before you go, or discuss?
No, I mean, thanks for hanging out with us, you guys. There's a lot of you. Holy crap.
There's 1,700 on here right now.
Yeah. I hope we didn't bore you too much.
No. I see 99 questions in the question box, so I'm so sorry.
Hope we answered some of your questions.
A lot of them are repetitive ones, so
yeah.
But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Isn't she awesome?
Are you starting a show? Is this like your new thing? The live Instagram show?
No, this is mostly out of meeting adults conversation.
Oh.
And needing to get the brain working again because it hasn't been. But
well, anytime.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
You don't have to do it in front of everyone else.
Exactly. I just thought that you guys would appreciate this, and you and I can. Yeah. We'll text after because
Okay. Yes, we've got a couple things to talk about. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Bye,
Thanks
guys. Stay safe. Take care of each other.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm so sorry I couldn't get to your questions. I mean, I looked at them. I was supposed to be able to share them with her. I don't know, but that was fun. She's awesome. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to try to post this now for you guys so you can continue to watch it, or if you're watching for the first time, I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope everyone has a great day. And sorry I didn't get to all your questions, but thanks for tuning in. Bye.